Welcome to Marion, Ghana, where kente cloths is what we do, where African weddings and events are our specialty, where African tradition where it's perfected, where beautiful culture resides, where marrying is honorable. MGKente.com, where competitors can't compete in quality or prices. Shop now, MGKente.com.
Grand Rising family, greetings. I'm Dr. Jamil Sims, and I am a proud contributor to the African Diaspora News Channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I keep seeing in social media, and that is the rift between our diasporic Africans and our foundational Black Americans. And it's very important for me to help you all understand the differences so that we can come together and have a conversation and unify, because I'm all about unity. Now, colonization is different. I want to start with that because to be colonized means that the oppressor has come to your country, your land, and even though you have access to who you are, you know who you are, they've tried to substitute that with their religion, their beliefs, their food, their culture, their way of life, and their thought process. That's the colonized mind. The colonized mind they know what tribe they come from, they know their spirituality, they know their beliefs, they know their original food, they have access to all that. Remember, it's their land, they are the majority, but the oppressor has come by force and forced us to render ourselves to their beliefs. I want you to think of it like this. You have a home and somebody busts in the door with guns and forces you to do whatever they want you to do. And you have no guns, so you will be forced to accept whatever they do. You can fight back, but if you want to survive, you don't have the tools or the mindset, because this is just my thinking, is we're such a peaceful people and we're originally a collectivist people, which means we think about the whole and not just self, that when someone comes with that different individualistic, conqueror, animalistic, caveman mentality, we can't comprehend a human being that way. I want you to think of it that way. So you have many, many years of being colonized. However, they still have access to who they are. They have no question about who they are. They know it because they're in their homeland and they know everything that they need to understand about their tribe. If you meet someone from the continent, you can't just say, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Nigeria," or "I'm from Benin," or "I'm from Cote d'Ivoire." You got to ask them what tribe, because that goes deeper into who you are. What tribe? What languages? Are you Mindi? Are you Ashanti? Are you Igbo? Are you Yoruba? That speaks volumes. And so people who are colonized have different opportunities because they know who they are. They know what they're capable of. They just have to get into the mindset of standing in their greatness and shrugging off European or Asian colonialism, because China, United States, mark my word, we already see China trying to take over. United States got their foot in it too. Don't think we don't. And Russia. So that's very important to understand. Now, the enslaved mind, I want my diasporic brothers and sisters to understand this. I know you come here and you feel that, okay, you all have had more than us, but you are still struggling. Why is it that you're not doing this, and that? And some of you look down on us like you've got access to all this and you've done nothing with it. I want you to understand, some of the reasons have to do with being the children of the enslaved. And in slavery, we don't know, the tribe, the language, the spiritual systems, all that's been wiped out. It's all been wiped out by force, by rape, by murder. And it's been a constant system that we've been under all this time. I want you to understand that foundational Black Americans, we don't know our tribe. We don't know our language. In fact, I don't even care if you go get that blood test to find out what tribe you come from. I will tell you honestly, for me, I don't trust it because people migrate and they have your DNA once you do that. So going to get tested to find out what tribe you are, I'm not so sure that that's accurate. And that's just me talking. However, our issue is we have been fighting to find out who we are. And our story is not as simple. It's very, very complicated because we are Aboriginal to this land, even though our original place of start, the original place that we started was Africa, Alkebulan. That is where we all come from. That is the cradle of civilization. But many of us were already here. If you read Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's They Came Before Columbus, or if you read Dr. David Imhotep, he has a book out, and I can't think of the name of it right now. The first Americans were Africans. That's the name of the book. And if you go to the bibliography and you look up the people that they referenced, you'll find a lot of information about already being here way before Columbus, way before the first European. We're already here. That's a known fact. You can read the diary of Cristobal Columbus, and he'll tell you that when he landed on Turtle Island, he thought he was in Ethiopia. So I say that to say that there has been a deliberate attack on us from the very beginning, and they have lied about who we are and lied about our place in society. And so we only know what we've been fed, whereas colonized brothers and sisters know who they are. You just have been brainwashed to believe different, but you have the information. We have no clue. So even today in 2021, we're trying to figure out who we are. And what does that have to do with why we haven't progressed? Some of us, not all of us. Not all of us. You may have come across some brothers and sisters who don't have a clue and are not trying to have a clue. And yes, we definitely have those, just like you do. However, many of us have made it successfully, even at the threat of violence in this country. I want you to understand that no one from another country could come here, regardless of what that Constitution says, could come here without understanding that we advocated for the doors to be open. So when you look at everything that you are granted, being able to come to this country and go to school and buy a home and be a part of this society, at one point that wasn't allowed. It wasn't. So we advocated for you. So the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I need my brothers and sisters on the continent to understand the difference. And I need my brothers and sisters here to understand the difference. We have two totally different experiences. And this is why we don't understand each other. It's time for us to understand each other. So please, if you have time, don't just have a bad experience with a couple of Africans and say they're all that way, because they're not. And my African brothers and sisters, Haitian, Suriname, my Maroons, wherever you come from, Brazil, understand that the experience that we've had here is why we fight so hard. We're still fighting. And I want you to know that when things are happening on the continent, we were fighting here for you. And so we need you to fight with us against the oppressor. And by doing that, we have to decolonize our minds. We have to stop looking at each other as if we hate each other, because we don't. It's time for us to sit down and have the conversation and talk about our experiences. Because remember, a lot of you are The British and the French educated you to learn his story. His story. And over here, what have we learned? His story. We don't get any. Show me where there is an African history program in this country. You have to go to the university to get that, or you have to read on your own. We need to learn about each other. Foundational Black Americans, you need to know about Stephen Biko. You need to know about Patrice Lumumba. It's not just about Mandela. He's not the only one. We need to learn about Kwame Nkrumah. Malema, God bless Malema. We have to understand about, JK in Tanzania and all these other brothers and sisters who have done some amazing work on the continent. Likewise, you need to understand that Dr. Martin Luther King was not the only hero that we had. In fact, some of us, when we honor his work, but some of us know that there are people that really did more work on a different level. It's not just King, it's Malcolm, it's Medgar, it's Fannie Lou Hamer. We have Dr. Ben, we have Dr. Leonard Jeffries, we have so many scholars, and we have so many people besides W.E.B. Du Bois. We have scholars such as John Hope Franklin, if you've ever heard of him. In Black psychology, there's so many Black psychologists that you don't even know about them. So please learn about each other. Learn each other's histories. Learn about the people that gave the ultimate sacrifice. It's important for us as brothers and sisters, time to stop looking at them versus us. That's what they want. Let's come together and let's learn from each other. We're not going to always agree. We may not even always get along. But at the end of the day, we're one family. And we need to recognize that and honor that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Dr. Jamil Sims. Peace, blessings. Hotep, Shalom.
In search of a financial opportunity to pay off student loans, a young Black American woman moves to South Korea to work. As the author, Bootsy W. recalls culture shock and fun adventures in a country far from home. She's also faced with anti-Black racism and featureism, quickly learning that white supremacy is practiced not only by whites, but by those that are categorized as people of color. Based on her 10 years of living abroad, the book Ago Igo compares and contrasts Korea versus the United States on subjects such as code, communal living, racism, effective protests, global alliances, warrior class, music, political correctness, health, aging, money, and the coronavirus. This blunt memoir is uncomfortable, humorous, and educational. Help fight propaganda and mainstream agendas by picking up a copy of Ago Igo on Amazon.com.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.